Like, I should know what's going on. I should. Like, I feel like, you know... Now, let me see something. Oops, wait. Do we have the truth bullets? We have all this stuff. Let me see something. Did he say this in his thing? So the murder took place sometime. What the heck? Hold on. We went to the garden after nighttime, so nighttime's 10 p.m. They were saying there's no body at that point. They all went to the gym. The body was found at around 9 a.m. And the body wasn't wet, so the murder took place. Wait. I need to read the sprinkler thing again, because that I feel like I always get confused at that part. What's the sprinkler shit? Because, like, the sprinklers, I swore they were like, oh, it, like, turns off at 7:30 a.m. But then, didn't they say then it turns on at 7:30 a.m.? It would make sense for it to be on all night, but it turns on during the day. So if it turns on at 7:30 a.m., then the murder happened. No, but the thing is, because if it turns on at 7:30 a.m., the thing is the sprinklers weren't on at 9 a.m. when we were there. So were they just not turned on at all that night? Like, I don't understand that. I think that confuses me, that part, because I thought I read it one way and then I saw another. I'm gonna go in. Listen, I got this. Motherfucker, just get in there. Whoa, Bayako and Makoto showed up together.
Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word.
We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out at this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go to off together? Just the two of you?
What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined that about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself, but... We stood there for a full 5 minutes waiting for something weird to happen, then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again?
What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or...
Or what? Jesus!
Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that?
What? I made you wait. You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait.
Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we?
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you.
Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? And if we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now.
If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. Is it Kyoko? When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look. Yeah. I'm here. And no rules has been broken. My queen! Of course it's you, baby girl. Kyoko!
Kyoko, you're still alive?
No, that's a good girl. Stop talking.
If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong?
hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you.
When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed to Kyoko. Kyoko, my baby!
Ah, so you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die.
Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay.
Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right now, we've got to deal with the ghost! I told you, stop talking!
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped in the elevator.
Master, wait for me.
Good call, who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But I'll be happy when this trial is all over.
One after another, everyone piled up into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. I would talk to her too. I would give her a kiss as well, but you know. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you, where have you been this whole time? You used that key for yours to get somewhere, didn't you? So.
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then when did you find out?
So...
Just now, I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the Clash trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Okay.
Just a second. Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The Clash trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking, she said, right? Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. My poor baby girl's got shit all over her hands, and he told us, which, strangely enough, I assumed that she was hiding something on her hands, like, you know, like burn marks. I thought burn marks. Like, I don't know, like something happened to her where, like she was punished and her hands are like, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. But I don't know, whatever. Damn, there's like literally no one left. This time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears and the dread began to consume once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with the preparing for an execution. In that dusty darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. What the hell?
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Did the room change?
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. It's time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Thrills! Chills! Kills!
Let's get on with the show.
And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly Clash trial. I'll just do this for now. Thank you. I don't think I have any other skills to say. Like, I'm just stuck with these, right? Okay. Let's go through everything. Let's go ahead. The room changes every trial, I thought. Wait, does it? I never noticed. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. Yeah. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. I don't think an arrow would have anything to do with it, right? Like the arrow, as thick as a metal pipe. Like, how small is the metal pipe? Or was it a tool? In the shed? The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So have they been dead, that person? The explosion has burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition. The upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished. Because of this, the upper half was soaking wet while the bottom half remained dry. So yeah, they... Okay. Yeah, they were wearing fake nails, but they also have the tattoo there. The body has a tattoo of the dog in the back of their right hand. There were bits of charred debris near the body. It should be noted that the bomb, which had been removed from Monokuma in the gym, had disappeared. Yeah, it's the bomb thing, right? Oh yeah, the sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30 a.m. And this time is impossible to change. As such, it can be assumed if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gotten wet. Wait, am I like... Am I like having a stroke? It says the sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30. So so before 7:30 it's dry. After 7:30 you're gonna get fucking wet. And then I'm reading, as such, it can be assumed that the body had been in the garden before, it would have gotten wet. Wouldn't it be after? Am I like okay? What? That does not make sense to me. Unless they're wording it weird. It should say if it was after 7:30, it would have got wet, right? Like, why is it worded like that? Or am I having a stroke? The other way around? Sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning. Wait, what? No, I'm saying that doesn't make sense with what it's saying. No. Because it says it's programmed to come on every morning at 7:30 a.m. So that means the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 a.m. So that would mean after 7:30, it would be wet. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't make sense to me, but I'll just assume it's whatever you're saying. Like, I don't know. That literally makes no fucking sense. But anyway. So... if the body's in the garden, when the sprinklers come on, it sprays the body. Yeah, so I'm saying it would be wet. If the body was after 7:30, like if the body was there after 7:30, it would be wet because the sprinklers are on past 7:30. That's the point I'm trying to make. Because that's what it says. It says it comes on every morning at 7:30. Past 7:30, it's running, it's on, it should wet. If the body is put in the wait, what? I don't know if that was a typo. If the body is put in the garden, you mean? If the body is put in the garden after the sprinklers turn on, nothing will spray it. I mean, how though? Why wouldn't it? Unless there's a part of the garden that's not gonna get you wet? It isn't on continuously? But then it doesn't state when it stops then. That part's gonna fuck me up, I just know it. The sprinkler part's not gonna make sense to me, maybe. Makoto wakes up at the morning announcement. Makoto and Oi arrive at the dining hall. It can only be assumed if the body had been in the garden before 7 a.m. it wouldn't got wet. They're only on for a minute. So, it can be assumed that the body had been in the garden before 7 a.m. it would have gotten wet. So it happened after 7:30. Right? It either happened way before that or it happened after 7:30 when the sprinkler was off. Makoto meets the others at the gym and they head to the headmaster's room. And that was between 7:30 and 9 a.m. But they were apparently all in the gym except Kyoko. Toko is told to find the pickaxe in the garden where she discovers the body. The knife found near the body was the same knife that was used to stab it before the explosion. It also is the same knife that Toko had given to Makoto for safekeeping in the knife, and the mask is silent while holding when they attacked Makoto. The tarp was hidden among the other items in the tool shed. One side was wet and filthy with mud and grime. The other side was completely clean and dry. So, maybe the tarp was... So yeah, maybe that's just to prove that that's when the murder took place. Like at 7:30. It was like wet and the other side wasn't because of fucking... No, that doesn't make sense then. How's it one side wet and dry? Unless it was put after the sprinklers were on, so it's like the tarp was put in like the thing and like one side is like completely wet and filthy, but like the other one's dry because one side was thrown in there for like whatever fucking reason. What happened to the chicken? They were like, you know, I'm hungry, I'm gonna make some food. And I just killed a hoe. Let me make some food because I'm hungry. The number of chickens in the chicken coop had decreased from 5 to 4. You also hear us claim that there were 5 without a doubt chickens just before nighttime last night. That just stops at yet. Mayaka stated that there was no corpse in the garden just after nighttime last night. So it can be assumed that the murder must have taken place sometime after that. Mayaka also said that Yasuhiro, Toko, and Oi were in the gym the entire night. None of them were alone at any point. Yeah, okay. So there was no corpse after 10 p.m. So it technically could have happened from 10 p.m. anywhere, but so it had to maybe have happened around 7:30 a.m. anyway because the tarp was wet, but then it was somewhat for some reason moved. The corpse had a mask covering its head and a white jacket covering the body. A knife had been thrust into the abdomen where there were bloodstains around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was known, however, that there was no blood on the ground or in the body. So maybe they were killed somewhere else, but just put there? So did they die and then like they were stabbed after? So the body was like bleeding, but like they were just stabbed. Did somebody like walk in the room, just stab them, and then like fucking weird? Like, I don't know. Mukuro, known as the ultimate soldier, who became obsessed with the military from a young age, she disappeared while on vacation. Apparently every member of Benmer gets a tattoo somewhere on their body. Apparently, the Killy game began with 16 participants, all students. It is assumed that Mukuro was a 16th student. Monokuma also revealed that the reason Kyoko wears gloves was to hide something she doesn't want anyone else to see. This wood block decoration was found in Kyoko's room. It looks like it's actually the key to one of the lockers in the dojo. An asset of titanium arrows was found in the dojo locker. There appeared to be 10 in total. Along with the arrows... That is weird. Why is there duct tape? Maybe to like... There was also a wadded up ball of duct tape in the locker. The duct tape had traces of blood on it. It's assumed that this is related to the case, but nobody can imagine how. Like, maybe the body was taped somehow? And it was maybe to like... capture the blood or something? I don't know, very strange. Now, the only reason... Oh, no, I'm thinking... Because they're like, oh, like, how would, like, how did the wooden key end up in Kyoko's room and, like, all this shit? Like, the only person that had access to Kyoko's room was Byakuya, because he has the key. You know what I mean? Like, he would be technically the only person that can go, like... in her room and like do the locker stuff and the duct tape because he has like all the access to go to that stuff, like if it was in her room to begin with. So like that was that in her room the entire time, or like, or not the entire time, just from that day, or did like Byakuya go in there and do something? I just realized there's a lot of duct tape in the second game. Is there? Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to any room in the school, to sneak into the second floor of the dorms. This area seems to have no monitors or security cameras. I guess it's time to go in. I guess it's time to go in. I'm afraid.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
My baby Celeste, I notice her every time. My baby. Baby girl!
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's the fuckface, whatever her name is.
Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Motherfucker.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. Gloves?
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Kyoko is warm. Ghosts are obviously cold-blooded, exactly.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko, but if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to... God. Probably the tattoo, I'd imagine. Whatever they're about to talk about. My baby,
That
I see.
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
So it must be the body analysis, right? I know that body isn't Kyoko's, I know I can prove it.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it.
Prove she's not.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I hate how I overthink, like I can't help it. I'm pretty sure it's the second one I shoot, but like the body, what was the body now? Wouldn't it be? Because I'm trying to think what the body analysis is about. Because the fake nails, like why would she be wearing gloves if she has fake nails underneath? But what was the body analysis about? It was just talking about how she was charred. The top side, bottom side was... The top side was wet, the bottom side was dry. That had nothing to do with the hand, right? I don't think. I think it's just, like, talking about the gloves, maybe. The nails. Right? Let me, like, look. I can't help. I have to overthink because, like...
Kyoko there is just a... Okay, then prove
The dead body wasn't wearing...
They got burnt up in the...
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
So it's like the body happened before the explosion. Well, exploded body analysis would be after, and she's talking about before the body exploded, so it would be the nails, right?
Because that
I
corpse
guess.
is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I'm thinking that's what it is because he's talking about before the explosion. That's talking about the explosion analysis. I'm pretty sure it's fake nails. I hope I'm gonna shit all over these walls. Okay, anyway.
That Kyoko. Okay, then prove
The dead body
they got burnt up.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, that's wrong.
I need to convince myself.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
For anything, we have to identify the vacuum. Everything starts from there. Sprinklers. Probably the tattoo, I'd imagine, at this point. Maybe, I don't know.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
I think it's the second one. It's the tattoo on the right hand, because it is to identify her.
If Kyoko really is still alive,
Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
No, that's wrong. There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Okay, so
cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
if you compare the tattoo and the other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear. Shouldn't it just be this? Wouldn't it just be that? Right? I don't have anything else that identifies that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, right? Oh shit, I missed it.
I got it!
Yeah, with
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
normal Toko is just as good as Genocide Jill, yeah.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is the dog, wolf shit. Is it wolf? Okay.
Now I understand. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. And that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
I like how every time my eyes just go to Celeste, like unintentionally. I see her face and I look. I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm just too gay for her. I'm too gay.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
Why are you always looking at the corner and smiling my lip? Nothing.
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro
I'm going to change my
Ikusaba?
profile picture to Celeste. I want to change my profile picture to Celeste. I'm waiting for the game to end. So, like, literally, my Steam profile is going to be all Celeste. My Discord's going to be all Celeste. Listen, just you wait. Just you wait, Muffin. Just wait.
She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
I wonder if there's an option to choose Monokuma. You just slide to him and you're like, it was you, bitch. And he's like, what?
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
The victim and the culprit. Wait, what?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
It's not me or Kyoko. Kyoko would never. Byakuya. Like, you're too much of a troll for it to be you, but like I said with the locker thing, you have the key to her room. But like, that's what I'm saying. Is it that easy, or is
I'm
like
sure
no one else
you
thinking about
realize
that?
who
Like,
I'm
I don't
talking
know.
about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be 2 suspects.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there.
Yeah, but what if the murder was taking place when you were there? And like, the murder, so the person's dead, right? And then everybody goes to the gym. And then like later, when everybody splits up, that person, while everybody's just running around, they like they set that up there while we're all just like wherever we are. And then like later on, we're like, like,
So,
you know.
the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
So the body had been there before then, right? No, but then the sprinkler was there. Unless it was, like, moved? It was moved somewhere and then brought there? Like, I feel like they were killed. Like, maybe the tarp was, like, moving the body, but it was dragging it along, like, the ground, like, where the soil is. Like, I don't know. After it was wet. After the sprinklers. Like, I don't know.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
The only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Someone have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? When she went to go get the pickaxe.
I got it!
That is so weird that she said that. It's like, Toko was the one that found the body. And she had the knife too. But then, so the masked person in that room before when we had that dream, they had the knife. But like, something, how would they have gotten it from Toko? And like, I was just like thinking of some stupid shit where like Toko's like, or Genocide Jill goes in there, she's like, stab, and then she just walks out. And she's like, oh wait, yeah, I'm supposed to like get the thing. Oh yeah, there's like a dead body there by the way. But she like did it, but no, I don't know. I don't know who it is right now.
The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
The thing was, it was Genocide Jill, so like, how does Toko remember any of that? Or how is she agreeing with that if she doesn't know? Because they don't share the same mind, so how is she agreeing with that if she... Well, she said the 9 a.m. thing. I'm talking about, like, the body thing, because Genocide Jill saw the corpse. I guess they relayed that information to her, but, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know anymore.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 7 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay, then it looks like the gym has begun. If I can't prove an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. And I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. I'm having a stroke, but I think I can do it. I've been doing alright so far. Fragments near the dead body? Maybe that's it?
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
What the hell? There's something that happens in the garden at the same time. Oh, okay. Thinking back, the corpses was almost totally dry. In which case, I should be able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden.
We've
So then-
established a time frame for the murder.
On.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Wouldn't it just be 7:30 and I shoot it with the sprinklers? Right?
That's more than enough time. So,
I-
Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be.
I think
We've
that would be
established
the
a time.
right?
It took
Like,
place somewhere between 9 o'clock.
Like-
Yep. And Makoto.
Yeah, from to 7:30.
It's gonna fucking miss. No, it's not. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong because I'm gay and dumb. I'm gay, dumb, and stupid. I'm gay, dumb, and stupid. So,
We've
what?
established a time frame for the murder.
Is it
It
explode?
took place
No.
somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Am I thinking wrong? Cause like they're talking about the sprinklers at 7:30 a.m. So then wouldn't I shoot that? Or am I on crack? Wait, I need to like.
Yep. And Makoto.
Yeah, from to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit.
So, Makoto, if you have any
Objections, now would be the time.
There's something that happens in the garden at the same time every morning. Yeah, sprinkler. Thinking about the corpse is almost totally dry. In which case, I should be able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden. So I shoot the other time? I don't understand. Because it's telling me the sprinkler, but the sprinkler happens at 7:30 in the morning. Why would I shoot the other one? I have no idea. I'm just gonna shoot the other one with that. I have no idea. I
we've
literally don't
established a
understand.
time frame for the murder.
It's probably wrong,
It
but
took place somewhere between 10
It's
o'clock
like-
at
oh, okay.
No, that's wrong.
I think I'm not understanding, but it's alright. They'll explain it. I'm like a little confused.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
Pikachu!
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right?
To go off. But like in the thing it says on. Like I think that was a typo. Like I don't know why this part's
So if the
messing me up.
body
But
had
like
been
what-
in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean by denying the sprinkler? Are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Okay, it's this shit again. Right?
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on!
Oh shit.
Are you trying to blame me?
Oh god.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything!
I think I accidentally hit the space thing accidentally. I didn't mean to do that.
Are you
It
trying
was my
to
fault.
blame me?
My fault.
I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate
I accidentally
you.
pressed it. I didn't mean to
No,
do it.
no. I don't know anything.
Oh, it's alright.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it. Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because While the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
That's what I said. I said it probably happened between 7:30 and 9. Like, during all this shit, someone went in there and then came out.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko the murdered someone.
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
She's not blaming us. She's just trying to, like, make sense out of it. So that everybody's like, oh, like, you know, I know she's not blaming me. She would never. You would never, baby girl. Don't do it.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Yeah, that's what I said, the tarp. Certain something the scene was used to cover the body could have been... Right?
I got it!
Yes.
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick.
I do, baby girl. I do. I'm trying to win your heart. I'm paying attention.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? I don't think it's on purpose. No, I can't think of that right now. That tarp. I think she's just trying to, like, prove points and stuff, because we always have an excuse for something. So I think she's not trying to put it on us on purpose. I think it's, like, intentional. Because Kyoko's smart. She's really trying to, like... I know what she... Listen, I know what she's trying to do. I think I know what she's trying to do. Maybe it's used the way Kyoko said. The tarp must have been... have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
The duct tape, maybe?
And
I don't
what
know.
might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. After a few, what Kyoko said... Listen, I got you, listen! Kyoko, you could try and fuck it up, but listen, I got you, listen. I will set your mind straight. Not straight. It's on the wrong path right now. I'm gonna make it a little gay. Listen, I got you. Listen, don't worry about it.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only
She wouldn't
dirty
have
on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
I need to like re-listen to that. I have no idea what just happened. Wait, I remember the blood on the body hadn't dried yet. Bayako even warned us not to touch it to avoid getting a blood on us. So wait,
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
is this a stupid flashback? This is like Phoenix Wright versus Miles Edgeworth, Makoto versus Kyoko. No, I don't. The reason I don't think she's like genuinely blaming us, because Kyoko likes to do shit where she like makes us do something, but it's like her attention is something else. I don't think she's specifically saying like, "Oh, Makoto, it's you." Like, there's an intention for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't explain it, but it's like she's giving us all of the reasons to have alibis and like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, she's putting it on us to like map it out for everyone else in a way. Like, that's what I'm thinking, at least. Like, it's very hard to explain. But you know what I mean? Because, like, Kyoko, like, even when she knows who it is, she never just outright blames the person, you know what I mean? She, like, builds up to something, so she's doing it on purpose. She's trying to get more information out of it to, like, so it's able to, like, spin off on somebody else. So, like, the proof can't be on me anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side,
okay, that's true,
because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Okay.
Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Yeah, this has to be a flashback. There's no contradiction. I think you have to flashback it, right? Lexi's going to simp until the end? I mean, it's a must. I mean, it is. Like, you know, Tyler likes to tell me that Celeste deserved to die because she murdered somebody. But listen, it was justified. What her intentions were justified. I would still simp for her. It doesn't matter. She's still the best girl. I think it's a flashback. The flashback parts always fuck me up. Muffin, tell me how it works again. Is it you choose a statement you agree with and then shoot something that, like, complements that statement? Wait a minute, hold on. Maybe it's not a flashback. Maybe it's not a flashback, hold on. Cause I'm thinking body before the explosion. If the tarp was on them, one side was dirty because of the sprinklers. The other side was dry completely, but there's no blood on it. And the stab wound had blood that was fresh. So is it supposed to be, there's no way it could have gotten dirty in a body before the explosion? Is that what it is?
The killer prevents.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Do I just shoot the last one?
By covering the killer prevents.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one is because the spring.
But the underside, it was totally.
It's because that side was since it was facing down. Of course it didn't get dirty.
Right. Okay, I got it. I finally did it. I realized. Hold on. Sorry. I realized.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
It took all that thinking to realize. I read what it said and I'm like, wait. Yeah, one side was dirty from the water, and the other side, yeah, okay, sorry. See, this is why I need to sit here and talk, because I realized after a while. I realized finally, without messing up.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
The blood was a camouflage.
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
They got blood from right in the garden, right? Which must mean... What the fuck? The chicken?
I got it!
Hey, let's go.
Could it have
Hey,
been
okay.
chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Yes, Hina, yes.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense.
A dead body has been discovered! It is a fucking chicken! I wish they would have cooked it for me. I would love some chicken!
Alright. Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense.
You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Oh, it's backwards on them, right? That's like the back part of the jacket.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kyoko does wear those boots. That is so weird. She's got those like purple boots on, like the heels. So weird.
they
I don't
pulled
know.
the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, Did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's
Motherfucker!
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound.
Okay, listen.
Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
I got you, bitch. Listen, I got you. And the suspicion falls back on me again, but why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. Shaking my head.
Well then,
This guy's dead
looks
body.
like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
Shut the fuck
No,
up.
not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body
Shaking
before
my
it
head.
exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Oh yeah! Makoto had it! Oh my god, it has to be him!
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Shaking my head. Listen, you bitches are not backing me up in this corner. Listen, I'm gonna spitefully get you all killed. Watch yourselves. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. And I would be that person. I'd be like, yo, listen. In like the Jackbox party game, there's like Vengeful Ghost, and it's like every time you try and go on a date with another monster and they reject you, that person loses a heart. It's like being spiteful, right? It's like I would go on a date or try to go on a date with someone, and I'd be like, you know what happens if you don't date me? Smile. So it's like if they don't date me, they would just get screwed over. That's like the same thing. Like listen. I'll fuck you up. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. I'll fuck you up. I'll find a way. You better stop. You better stop right now. Okay.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
Shaking
The
my
knife we
head.
found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up until now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Listen, watch yourself. Watch yourself. I could get us all killed right now. I will kill us all. Fuck you. No, I'd be that person. I'd be like, listen. I'd be like, you know what? Hold on. I'd be like, you know what? Let the blackened escape. You know what? Kill me. Do it. I'd be so fucking mad. I'd be like, you know what? Kill me. Let's see what happens. Like, I would get enjoyment watching all of them be fucking mad. I'd be like, yeah, you fucked up. That's right. That's fucking right. And I'll be like, yo, congratulations, Blacken. Congratulations. All these bitches are stupid. Listen, that's how you be spiteful. That's what I would do. I would be spiteful as hell. You'd be like, you know what? You trusted me this entire game, you know, then all of a sudden, you know, like, no evidence is pointed at me, but we know this is how all these trials go. There's evidence pointed at one person specifically, and then we realize it's someone that has no evidence against them at all. Like, literally. Like, we should have been known this by now. We should have been known this. Why would I make all this evidence against myself for no reason? Lexia's Jester in Town of Salem? Exactly. I will throw the game. I would be that person. I'd be like, yo, listen, I'm gonna throw this fucking game if y'all don't start acting up. And then, like, they would just kill me, and then they would all get killed because they're fucking stupid and realize they fucked up. So, yeah, like, they would kill me, right? I'm the Jester, I get lynched, and then it's like, oh, you lynched the Jester, and then I get to haunt someone. Who I haunt? I'll haunt all of them. All you bitches, all of you. I'm haunting all of your asses. Anyway. A knife.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
That's true. Okay.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how logic works.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question.
No. No.
You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
We already established that the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed. Which means when the knife thrust through the coat into the body. Yeah, I'm saying she wasn't killed by the knife, but I'm saying, what is the options?
It's the same one
This
we
guy's
gave
dead
to
body?
Makoto.
Right?
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before,
That seals it. Just because I had that automatic.
well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no
It's-
question.
I would think it's
What a
that.
horrible man you are, Makoto.
Right, that should be right, I think.
The knife we found, it's the same one. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it. Just because I had that automatically make.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
No, she was stabbed once. It says in the Monokuma file, you fuckface. The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. Isn't it here?
I got it!
Yeah.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm here to remind you. Don't worry. I'm here to remind you. Because I know you're dumb as hell. And so the rest of y'all bitches are too. Listen, I'm here to school your ass. Literally, because we're in a fucking school. You bitches, it's over for y'all. It's over. I'm about to make you all look stupid, and then you better bow down to me. I've had enough of y'all. I had enough. I'm ready to go home.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like
Because the
that?
bomb was missing.
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
Exactly. Yeah, of course.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation I could think of for the explosion. There's nothing about the bomb itself, right? It's just... Wait, did I pass it? There was bits of charred debris near the body. It should be noted that the bomb in which had been removed from the gym had disappeared. Right? It's this?
I got it!
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. We need to concentrate. Like, the one thing I can think of is, like, something in the tool shed or, like, the arrow. Like, it's only Monokuma File 5 is what to choose from.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The knife was a cover-up and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh. Which only leaves.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
There's a blunt object to the head.
Didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
So wouldn't it just be the first one? Cause he said that they don't know what killed her, but it was a blunt object to the head, right? Wouldn't that just be it? I don't know.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the... Then there's only...
Oh, yeah. According to... That's gotta be it.
There was evidence that
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
So, wouldn't it just be the first one? That's what I think. If I'm wrong, but I think it's the first one.
Then, shall we continue the
like,
debate?
I don't know.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Wait. Fuck. Wait, fatal. Okay, well, we technically don't know, but he's acting like he didn't know entirely, so I'm like... Cause, like, we know she was hit on the back of her head by a blunt... Not a blunt object, it was like a... It says, it's like, it couldn't be bigger than a metal pipe. Like, it's kind of like describing it in a way, but, like, I didn't know if it was a general answer or not.
The knife, and then...
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Hi, Hoodie Pikachu.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead.
And it wasn't because then...
Oh yeah.
That's gotta be it.
There was that. And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire...
I don't...
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me because then there's...
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head. Shoot!
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the
That's gotta be it! And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire... Then
I'm
shall
just
we
gonna start
continue the
shooting
debate?
things now because I don't know what it is
The
anymore.
explosion didn't kill her for sure.
I'm just gonna start shooting things because I asked for help and nobody's giving me an answer, so I'm just gonna... whatever.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal...
The explosion didn't kill...
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Alright.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
I knew it's wrong, I'm just like...
Shoot!
Failed, oh no!
I refuse to give up yet.
Well, unless someone has a hint or knows the answer, we're gonna be here for a very long time. I'm just warning you, because I don't know.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead.
And it wasn't me because of the... And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the monitor, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
I think I know what the answer is, but I don't know if I should say. You could give a hint about it, maybe. Or, like, if it's a flashback or if it's not. But I think there's only one I didn't shoot if it's not a flashback. I don't know. You know, maybe if Muffin was here, I don't know where he went, he would help me, but... Muffin, you're being a bad mod right now. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my god, these parts always, like... Every trial, there's always one part that I'll just be stuck 30 minutes on. This is that part right here. It's just this. And then after that, I'll be fine. But, like, there's always one part that I'm stuck at. Like, I don't know what it is. And my brain is not, like, thinking of any new ideas. Like, nothing. Just my brain's nothing right now. So, you know. We've been here for so long, like, I can't stay on this trial any longer, because it's almost 2 in the morning, and I already said I was only gonna stay on this trial 2 hours max, and it's already passing that. So, yeah. Hopefully this trial's not any much longer, because I'm not trying to stay up another hour, honestly. Allow it all to all go wrong. Allow the people that tell me to do the trial aren't here to help me. I'll allow that. I'll allow that behavior. Allow them to be like, oh, Lexi, don't worry. You can start it. And, like, we'll help you if you need anything. They just both leave. And now I'm here. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Oh god. Oh my god. What is it? I'm just gonna like listen to it over and over. Let me see.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
This one's a headache, for sure. This one's a headache. It's like the knife wasn't a cover-up, so it's not the knife answer. And all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh, which only leaves. So the explosions, but I shot it and it did nothing. So like, so,
the victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
But it wasn't the explosions.
Explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that,
hi, baby, hi.
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then,
it doesn't make sense to me because it's just like, it says, it only leaves one other thing, which the only other thing is the explosions, but we know the explosions didn't kill her because she was already dead. So the explosion didn't kill her. But like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's probably something like really stupid. I just don't have the patience to figure out what that is. I've reached my limit. I'm ready for the answer. I'm ready. I'm ready for it to make sense to me now because what is this? What is this? I need to know what this is. Oh my god, dude. They always ask one question that's like, you're just like, what? What the fuck are you saying? Like I'm not understanding. Like, my brain is not understanding. I also don't understand the flashback thing. The fucking flashback is what fucks me up, I'm telling you. If it's a flashback, then we already know that I'm just not gonna be able to do it, because the flashbacks I just never know how to do for some reason. My brain turns off, I shut down, it's like, no! It's a flashback, no! And I'm like, fuck. Like, like, no matter how many times I replay it and I stare at my screen, my brain is not, I'm not thinking anything. I'm just looking at my screen and nothing's being processed. I'm just staring at it and I see the words and I'm just like, you know, let me put a cookie in my mouth. Maybe that'll, I don't know. I looked it up. I thought you tried this already. What is it? It's a flashback? Isn't it like I pick the first response and then I shoot the body one? I'm trying to think of the flashbacks I did, because I think that's the only one I did. It's the victim's fatal wound on the blow to the back of the head. I don't think I did that one. I think I did the one right after, because somebody mentioned about the wounded body. So I picked that, but I don't think I did that one. But why is it that? I'm trying to understand. So it's like, wait. Hold on. Was it really that easy? Was it really? What the fuck? Like, that is so dumb. That is, like, literally. It's so dumb. Because it makes sense. But I don't know why my brain wasn't thinking that. Because now it makes sense to be like... Because it's like, you know, we don't know what killed her. And he's like, it was a blow to the back of the head. but my brain wasn't, like, putting those together. My brain was just like, oh, like, you know, yeah, she, like, what? So I'm telling you, maybe my brain's just shutting off. Maybe it's reaching that point where it's like, it's not thinking anymore, because it does that sometimes. I don't know. I don't know what causes it, but I know I do it a lot, where, like, maybe if I'm, like, overwhelmed, or, like, whatever it is, my brain will stop processing information. I can only read, but I can't think in my brain. It just is like, you know what I mean? I just don't think. I think they just want you to disagree with the head bonk not being fatal. Thank you for the follow, Kiri XD. I appreciate it. I think they just want you to disagree with the head bonk not being fatal. Maybe, like, I don't. That's the thing. I just didn't understand what they were asking about, because, like I said, the Monokuma file. Oh well, killed me. It doesn't contradict anything, right? Everything they said there is, like, technically true, whatever. And the flashback is something agreeing with something. So he's saying, like, it would be like, we don't have evidence on, like, what the actual, like, what she actually died from. So were we trying to say, like, we know she was hit in the back of the head, but, like, she might have not died to that? Fucking, like, motherfucker, fuck this game, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. The trial's been really fun so far. I just, like, the flashbacks, I'm telling you, the flashbacks fuck me up. I don't know what it is. I cannot fathom the flashbacks. I don't know what it is. The flashbacks, these flashbacks, I can't even fucking speak English. These flashbacks are making me feel despair, alright? That's the goal. They're trying to make me feel despair. Stop it right now. Okay.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined,
right?
Correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't even...
Oh yeah, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
No? Was that not it? I mean, that's what you said, unless I'm reading it wrong. Motherfucker? Question mark?
Shoot.
We went through all that just for it to be wrong. So glad you're streaming this game. Really psyching. Are you a fan of the game? The other way around? Oh. How is that the other way around? I don't understand that.
Then shall we continue the debate?
Motherfucker.
The victim.
You love Danganronpa? My friends have been begging me to play it for 3 years, and I finally decided to play it, and then I just started playing it. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's really fun. Yeah, I really love this game. I can't believe I didn't hear it sooner, but maybe it is the right time to, like, hear about this game now, because, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a right time and place for everything. Maybe this was just, like, the right time for me to, like, learn about Danganronpa, and, like I'm hooked on it. I'm telling you, I'm ready to cosplay. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to buy my figurines. Listen, I'm done. That's it. It's over for me. Think glasses think. So it's the other one?
Explosion didn't kill...
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't even...
Oh yeah, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds
So
across
it's
her
this way?
Then shall we continue the victim's fatal injury has yet to be...
Like,
No, that's wrong. Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
alright, now it makes sense. It's just, like, it's so stupid. It makes sense, but, like, the flashbacks, I don't know why, it just makes it, like, really complicated. It fucks with you. Anyway. It fucks with you.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then... what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
My poor Celeste. You love Celeste too. I love Celeste. That's my wife. That's my wife. Okay, anyway, sorry.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Oh! Go ahead, Toko. I won't snitch. I won't.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
Toko, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I love her, but I hate when it's like, I don't know how to feel when she does this weird cringy shit. It got me kind of scared, I'm not gonna lie. I can't handle it.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
I don't know nothing. Kyoko, you crushed her with your tits, didn't you? I knew it. I knew. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, the real murder weapon? What the fuck is it? I don't know. Titanium arrows? Like, why are they there? I don't fucking know. Let me see. Not the body, not the fake nails. Hold on, I mean to. It's not the bomb. It's not the knife either. It's not the chicken. Is it literally like that? The titanium arrow? But, I mean, because the titanium arrow could, right? Let me see, like, a set of titanium arrows was found in the dojo locker. There are maybe 10 in total. I don't fucking know. Yeah, like the only one that would make sense is the titanium arrows, but like what the fuck? The real murder weapon. How is duct tape the real murder weapon? It's either one of these two. I don't know what titanium arrows have to do with anything, but this has blood on it. So is it this? I'll just click it, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but like it has blood on it. So, and Byakuya is the only one that's seen this, so right? No. I'm sorry, Byakuya. Lisa, I probably can't even talk. You can see that, right, Makoto? How do you know? Because that's how he treats me. It's like we have a psychic link. I don't think that's it. Expand your brand? What do you mean? So then, the real murder weapon? So, is it this? Expand your brain, yeah, that's what I thought. The real murder weapon. Like, the only thing that could be used as a murder weapon is... Like, why do we have titanium arrows as evidence? Wouldn't that be it? It was Kyoko. No, I'm just kidding. It's the chicken. No, the real murder weapon. It's not the knife, though, right? It's the titanium arrows, maybe? I don't know. How am I supposed to know what it is? I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm confusion. I'm just gonna pick this. It's not that either. Oh, what is that? All right, fuck.
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her.
I should have picked that first. I was just like, I don't know, whatever.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kinda weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
You're second guessing yourself too much. That's what I do when I play this. I literally have to convince myself what the right answer is. I can't help myself. Literally, I don't know why. It's.
I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. About the weapon? Maybe the woodlock key? It was in Kyoko's room.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Well, because in the moniker it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master, you have no
Wait.
right!
So there's only two options, right? Let me see. I have to really look at that again. If it was just that titanium arrow, wouldn't it be nearly... If it was just that titanium arrow, it wouldn't be nearly thick enough? Which is why they used...
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right?
What, the duct tape?
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
I'm so...
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master, you have no...
So I'm saying, like, the bloody duct tape... If it was, like, wrapped around the arrow, then it would be... like, thicker, right? And it is titanium, so it's like, wouldn't it be like a heavier or like harder hitting thing? I mean, it's bloody. So, I mean, that's what I would think. It's bloody duct tape. So that's why I assumed, I'm like, oh, bloody duct tape. Like, I don't know. I'll just do it. You know, I'll just do it because you said. Just do it.
the titanium. It was in the dojo.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, because it said the weapon must have been... It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
No, think. But stop thinking, no, that's wrong. Just try it if you think it's right. And if it's wrong, it's wrong.
Talking back to Master, you have no right!
Oh, what?
The titanium
arrow. It was in the dojo. I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Well, it said the weapon must... It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master,
You have no right!
The titanium. It was in the dojo.
I have no
The
doubt
bullets are
that
this.
was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma fight, it said the weapon must have been about... It seems like an arrow would just
Right? Okay.
No, that's wrong.
I know, I was right to begin with, but, you know.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
I wish you could see me face palming right now. Like, I know the answer, but, like, I need to think all possibilities, because I don't want to jump into something and be wrong. Like, I like... Listen, I'm sorry. I can't not do it. Okay, anyway. Sorry.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
it's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Stop. Don't mean to Toko.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence. Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. It must be connected to the dojo locker. Right?
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just
I don't think it's still her, though. I don't know why. Like, I'm trying to...
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
Yeah, why were you at my fucking room?
Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me. I know you trying to fuck. It's alright. And I'm just... She knew I was being attacked. And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that, yo, she killed someone for
That's
me?
enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
You know he trying to fuck. Of course. That's okay.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What does that mean? Is it Byakuya? I did say it could be him. Because there's no evidence pointing to anyone else except him. Not evidence, it's it's not evidence. It's like, or like I said, the only reason, number one, how did Kyoko, I mean, how did she get in the fucking, how did Kyoko get in Makoto's room? But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how Byakuya is the only one that could get into Kyoko's room, so he could have easily put the dojo locker thing there, or like the wood key, because he had access to a room. He was the only one that had access to a room. She couldn't go in her room, and like they just found, well, no, they found like that 5th floor the day before, or I don't think it was that day. I think it was the day before. That's what I'm saying. He only had access to her room that entire time, so he would be the only technical person to put that on the table there. And that's why I was saying, like, no one else could have, like, done this other than him, if it's not Kyoko, because, like, he had the access to her room, so he could have easily done that. But, like, yeah, I don't, like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't know why he would kill, like, the 16th student or whatever. But, like, I still don't know who it is, but I'm saying, like, it could be him. Because, like, who else would it be at this point? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, anyway. I don't know. That's my thinking right now, but...
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Wait, Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right? Which would mean, yeah, that's what I was
Those
saying.
words
But
you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
I don't know when to shoot.
Those
Like,
words you just spoke.
What exactly what
I'm not the killer.
So it's not that.
You should understand that.
Byakuya.
It's the only two options, but like,
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Is that what you're saying?
You
No,
stated
it's-
a theory. You said I hid and then left the lot. But could I really
no, it's
have
that
done
one. It's that one, right? I'm having a
Those
stroke. I think
words
it's
you
that.
just spoke.
Exactly. I'm not the.
You should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would
Or-
never hide something from me.
There's proof
Wait.
that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
Oh my
You
god.
stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have
I think
done
this is a
that?
flashback. I think this is a flashback, probably. Fucking piece
Those
of
words
shit.
you just spoke. What do you mean?
Hold on.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you?
Master would never hide something from.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid and then.
And left the locker key in my own room, correct?
But could I really have done that?
I'm thinking like two different things.
Those words you just...
Exactly. I'm not the killer.
You should understand that more than anyone.
Byakuya.
Master.
Like, I'm either thinking like, because I don't know if they want a specific answer. Like, it's like there's proof I'm not the killer, which there is proof. So it'd be like that flashback, or it'd be a flashback with there's proof, and then like shooting like her saying that the key was in her room thing. Whatever. Am I on the right track, or am I thinking right? I know it's a flashback. It's got to be a flashback. But I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. You never know what order to shoot in, or like what you have to shoot. Like, they always make it so fucking annoying.
I hid the evidence of and then left the locker key.
I'm thinking it's like the locker, like whatever. This sentence right here that I just paused on. That, and then I shoot one of the other two. Like, oh, this shit always fucks me up. Like, wait, dude, I hate this. I literally hate this. Cause like, well, if you do that, it could make like, cause for example, if I did this, like that wouldn't go together though. Because if you, for example, the thing you shoot acts as a truth bullet. If you say there's two things, what is the murder weapon? A gun. If you absorb, what is the murder weapon? If you absorb, what is the murder weapon? You're saying that that question contradicts answers gun. If you absorb gun, it's the other way around. The answer is to absorb gun and shoot what is the murder weapon, which is saying gun. The gun is the answer. Wait. I'll try that.
Could
Whatever.
I really have done that?
I don't know.
Those words you just...
Exactly. I'm not the. You should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never.
There's proof that you... Is that what you're...
You stated a.
You said I hid the evidence of my crime and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
But could I really have done that?
Those words you just...
Exactly. I'm not the. You should understand.
Byakuya, what are you?
Master would never hide something from.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Yay! I did it! Yay!
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Thank you for the explanation. That helped me understand better. That makes more sense to me. See, I don't understand the flashbacks, but now I think I'll have a better idea, hopefully, on how to do them now. Thank you. Thank you for that. God.
Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this is just, isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. The Mastermind's trapped. The Mastermind's trying to trap Kyoko, but what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... And then he faints. He's like, ugh! The Mastermind's trapped. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie? I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it, but who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trapped. I'm having a stroke. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you never move forward. We know the danger, but if we take that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here, right now, whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Run away! I think you have, it's like, I think it's saying, like, when there's danger, you just have to go for it. I think we have to pursue it. I think we have to, right? I think...
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
Listen, she was trying to target me. We gotta throw it back. Give the same energy, girl. We coming for you. We coming. Listen, that's it.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
Yeah, smile. Smile over there, you cute little bitch. I'm gonna kiss you after this trial's over. Fucker.
You said it. The burden of proof is on you, so let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko's definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deep truth she wants to keep hidden. The answer is run away. Of course it is. I'm gonna run. Kyoko's account. What was her account? I forgot what it said, but it might, like, whatever.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into...
She can. She can because she had a key that could unlock anything, right? Right. Is that what I'm thinking? Am I on the right track? Hold on.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there.
Thank you for the follow, Kiri. Is that Kirigiri Danganronpa? Thank you for the follow. I think I just shoot it. I think.
I didn't have because I'd given it.
There's no doubt about...
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
There you go.
No, that's wrong. No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself. Didn't you, Kyoko?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
That's right. Wipe the smile off your face. Listen. You came for me. I gotta come back for you now. Listen. This is only fair, right? It's only fair. I'm sorry, but listen. I'm giving you the same energy back you're giving me. Listen. Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. Listen. You've been bad. I'm teaching you lessons for your own good. Listen.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that?
Shut up,
You
Kyoko.
admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it, so I lost. That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you. But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
Motherfucker, what? Oh. Did we even vote? Or did she kill because, like she said, she wants, like, the secrets of the school to be revealed, so she'll, like, if she's gotta kill someone, like, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is a killer, but something strange is going on here? There's something wrong with this whole class trial.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Man, it's weird.
I've prepared an extra special punishment this time. Is everyone ready? Okay then.
Give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
What the fuck? It's just going straight to it? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Okay, well... Interesting. This is so weird. I'm so confused, genuinely. And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusabi came to an end. I still have to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent or, regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. In the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. What the fuck is that? Okay, whatever the fuck that is. Anyway, thank you for the follow, Piggy. I appreciate it. Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. Why is Toko's fucking picture there? What the fuck is that? That was the only hope we had. Hope. This is hope.
No! This isn't right!
Yeah, I knew that wasn't all real. Or, like, the ending part. I don't know about Kyoko dying, but it just seemed weird. Like, what is fucking happening?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
It was too weird. You see, you notice how I didn't have a reaction to Kyoko dying because it just made no sense to me? I didn't have a reaction because it just seemed off. Especially when that other thing just happened, it was so off. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I knew baby girl was dying, like Celeste, like that was real. That shit was real. I felt that in my soul. My soul fucking left my body, and I just went like I went to heaven. That was it. Like this, I was just like, no. Like Kyoko would not go out like that. That's why I was like, you know what I mean? It was like a dissatisfaction. I was looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So I had a feeling that it was gonna, like, change somewhere or something was weird was gonna happen. Yeah, that was too weird. That was too weird. I had no reaction so whatsoever. I was just, like, sitting there like, okay. What do you mean bad ending, though? Because isn't that what he just had in his mind? Or the bad ending, like... You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean by bad ending? Or you're just saying that as a joke? Anyway. Oh! Hold on. While you're staring off... Makoto, while you're staring off into space, don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim? Wait. Oh. Bad ending? So... See, now they gave me the wrong idea, because she's, like, they're giving that hint. Like, if you try to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. So, like, going straight into danger would be to expose her. So I was like, okay, they're giving me the hint. Like, no! The game's like, go fuck yourself, I wanted you to see the bad ending. Cringe. Okay, whatever. Anyway, it's fine. We know the danger, but that risk means solving the mystery. We have no choice. She's not wrong. I have to think about this very carefully. What do I do? I made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. So, I didn't think that... Yeah, that's the point. Going straight into danger. That's the point. Like, she said in the thing, she was like, you know, like, if you don't do dangerous things, you're not moving forward. Which was, like, the whole point in, like, her trying to get into the headmaster's room. It was dangerous, but she's like, I'm willing to do it because we need to progress, like, to find out more information. So that's why I was thinking, I'm like, okay, she's like, so she wants me to, like, she wants me to expose her because, like, there was, like, it was, I thought it was gonna, but whatever. I didn't know that, like, you know, it just, I was set up to choose that answer with how I'm thinking logically. I was chose this. Yes. Is keeping quiet dangerous for everyone? I don't... There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What? It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why. This has to be.
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class try.
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Is it doing the bullshit again? Oh, it's over. I actually did it. Okay. Well. Right? What the fuck, man?
Now, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What? Did I get another bad ending? What? You think I'm the killer?
Sorry.
I'm just gonna skip all this.
Yes, Yep.
No, I don't think that's not true. No, this makes sense. The whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other trials. Is this a bad ending or am I just skipping through text for no reason? Because if it's actually like a thing, then like, if it's just a bad ending, I'm skipping through all the text because I don't have the patience for this. If it's an actual thing, I'll read through all of it. I'll just, you know what? Listen, What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Good job, everyone.
Good job?
Yeah, they got it right.
No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills, chills, kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment.
Wait, why do I? Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
If it's another fake out again, I'm already mad. Like, I'm mad. I get to watch this again. I have to watch this again. If I'm watching this again for it to be fake, and if it is real, then like, I don't have any words. I mean, I do have words, but it's like, at the same time, I don't. I mean, it can't be fake because I got the thing. That I completed it. Like the thing. Oh.
what was that?
Yeah, it had to be
This is...
alter ego.
Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it to all hell! I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I am saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash and flop, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in garbage-strewn pit in a way that's even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world.
Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers all over the buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Did she throw us out to show us like what happens when like you get kicked out, or like what the fuck? Hope Sweet Academy, it brings in the top students for every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are 2 things you need to attend the school. What, just stop right here? I want to know what the fuck just happened. Once you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be already the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. Is it like restarting again? What? Like, I think I'll stop when it actually reaches, like, a thing where I can move. Like, I don't know, I feel like... Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class, whatever, but... What was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Finally, I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was it just another dream? A dream instead of a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till it was wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remember all too well what had happened. After Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the little last bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. Fuck. I don't understand at all what happened. I literally don't understand what the fuck that was. Because, like, we could have blacked out, and we could have killed her, that thing, whatever. But then, like, Kyoko even said she was in our room that night, and she's like, I was there to protect you, whatever. She said that she was trying to protect us from the masked person, which is, I'm assuming is the 16th student, that was trying to kill us and attack us, whatever. But And then, like, I don't know if Kyoko was doing that to show us. Because, like, did she even know about Alter Ego being there? Like, did she know that Alter Ego was gonna, like, stop that? Don't answer my questions, by the way. I'm just talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Did she... Well, if it explains it later why I was the Blackened, then, like, don't tell me now. Because I feel like there are just going to be spoilers involved. It's explained sooner than you think later. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That makes no sense to me. Why I was pinned as the Blackened. Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't me. But there was something weird to make it to where I was. And then, like, I don't know if Kyoko was not in on it, but you know what I mean? To where she was doing it on purpose to get me blamed. So, like, she could, like, further investigation. Like, it will tell you. Like, that is so fucking weird. If I don't get a good-ass explanation for why you all bitches tried to kill my ass. Listen, I'm gonna get y'all back. I will be spiteful. You better have a good fucking reason to send my ass down here. And knowing I wouldn't actually be executed. You all seem so shocked. If you all actually voted for me, and you thought I actually did kill somebody, and you were hoping I was executed for something I didn't do, I will be spiteful. Trust me. Trust me. I will be spiteful. Fuck y'all. Please. You wanted to die anyway? No! I didn't want to die. Listen, I'm telling you, there better be a good reason. Listen, if they're about to get me really mad at the end of the game for like whatever their stupid fucking reasoning was, nah, I'll be upset. I'm gonna be upset. They better have a good fucking reason. It better be a good reason. Kyoko, it better be a good fucking reason. It better. Twice. Both of my reactions, I literally just didn't know what to fucking think. I was staring at my screen like, what the fuck am I watching? Literally. No, I'm clapping my hands because I don't fucking, like, I'm hitting my lap. I'm fucking clapping my hands and hitting my leg because I don't know what that was. It just makes me mad. Like, I don't know why. It just does. There better be a good reason. There better be a good reason why they tried to execute my ass. They sent me down. They tried to kill my ass. There better be a good reason. I don't know, but like I'm actually annoyed right now. Imagine going to bed annoyed. It could be me. I feel betrayed. I feel that maybe that's why I'm mad. I feel very betrayed right now. Like, listen, I trusted in my friends. They did me dirty. That's how I feel. They did me dirty. And so did the stupid guilty thing, right? I feel betrayed. I better be justified when I play, like, in the next 2 days or, like, whenever I play. I better be justified. This whole situation better be cleared up or I'm gonna actually kill somebody. And then you could vote me and then I'll be executed. Because then I deserve it. But I'm gonna fucking kill one of you bitches if you don't fix this shit right now. Fix it! Anyway.